Champions Los Angeles group stage draw. 16 teams from around the world have qualified for Champions, and now they'll be drawn into 4 GSL-style groups consisting of 4 teams. Regional seeding for Champs was based on placement performance from teams that went to Masters respective to their other regional teams, with LCQ teams representing the lower regional seeds. Now, here are some rules for the draw. Teams from the same region cannot be placed in the same group. If a team from the same region is drawn into the same group as another team from their region, they will be placed in the next available spot. If they were drawn into the last slot, for example, Group D, Slot 4, they will swap with the team immediately before them until a valid draw is complete. With Fnatic winning Masters and bringing 5 EMEA teams to Champions, there is one exception to this rule, and it applies only to the teams from the EMEA region. EMEA teams in pools 1, 2, and 3 cannot be in the same group. However, when the EMEA LCQ number 2 team, or in this case Navi, is drawn into the same group as another EMEA team, they will remain in that slot. This exception will only be made for Navi. Now, let's get started. In pool 1, we will draw for Group A, Slot 1. We have PRX. Moving to Group 2, or Group B, Slot 1, we will have EG. For Group C, Slot 1, we will have Fnatic. For Group D, Slot 1, the final team of Pool 1, we will have Team Liquid. Now, let's move to Pool 2. For Group A, Slot 2, we will have DRX, but they are already drawn into a group with another Pacific team, so they will move to Group B. Back to Group A, Slot 2, we will have EDG. For Group C, Slot 2, we will have NRG. And finally, for the end of Pool 2, we will have Group D, Slot 2, we will have Foot. This is not a valid placement, so they will be moved all the way back to Group B, Slot 2, and then DRX will be moved to Group D, Slot 2, to avoid any regional matchups in groups. We'll move to Pool 3. For Group A, Slot 3, we will have Giants. Group B, Slot 3, we will have T1. Group C, Slot 3, we will have BLG. And the final team for Pool 3 in Group D, Slot 3, we will have Loud. Now, for the final pool of the Champions Group stage draw, Pool 4. Reminder that Navi can be drawn into another group with an EMEA team in it. For Group A, Slot 4, we have Zeta, but this is not valid, so they will be moved to the next valid slot, which will be Group C, Slot 4. So redrawing Group A, Slot 4, we will have FPX, where another China team resides, so we will move them to Group B, which is the next valid slot for FPX. Redrawing Group A, Slot 4, we will have the newly crowned winners of the Americas LCQ. And finally, the last team of the Champions Group stage draw, in Group D, Slot 4, we will have Navi. VCT Champions Los Angeles will begin August 6th, so good luck to all of the competitors. We hope to see you there.
And there you have it. The group draw is complete. And hopefully we can bring that up in a little bit so that we can talk about it, because I'm not going to lie to you, don't know how Victoria did that in one take. Impressive. In any case, though, here it is. All right. So, yeah, this lays out where we are right now. Group A, PaperX, Crew, EDG, and Giants. Group B, you got EG, FPX, Foot, as well as T1. Group C, Fnatic, Zeta Division, Energy, and Billy Gaming, BLG. And then we got Group D, Team Liquid, Navi, DRX, and Loud.
Group of death.
DRX, Loud.
Yeah, so Group D is Group of Death.
Oh
right?
my.
Yeah, that's brutal, man.
That is
Everyone's
so
dying in
brutal.
this group. Yeah, this is
You have
nutty.
the winner of Americas from the split. You have the winner of Pacific. You have TL, who is the winner of EMEA as well, and then Navi, who's Navi.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they did. They qualified obviously because Fnatic winning out in Tokyo got the EMEA region 5 spots for champions, which is massive for them. So I guess the question is whether
But I
or
mean,
not.
the thing is, even though Navi's been struggling, that's a team that
Still
will
Navi.
always, anytime you
always
think they're
find
dead,
it.
they always
Yes.
find that upset. So that group's going to be crazy. But there's some other interesting matchups here as well. That Group B, I think, could be cool. You have
Crew
EG
versus
in there.
PaperX.
Looks like a
I'm
pretty
stoked on
good path for them.
Yeah.
PaperX, yeah.
Potential EDG PRX matchup.
That actually would be
I'm excited for
pretty.
Group C. NRG Fnatic in the groups.
That's actually pretty fire too. Yeah.
After the
rematch.
first matchup.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, honestly, Group C kind of feels a little bit like a group of death as well, because you're in there with the blender,
Yeah.
Fnatic. So, you know, that's going to be really
Any
tough
group
to have
with
to deal with.
Fnatic is the group of death.
Exactly, exactly. So this is certainly going to change things up a little bit. And then obviously, you know, my eyes immediately get drawn to the runners-up at Tokyo, you know, EG, FPX, Foot, as well as T1. Actually not the worst draw for honestly, EG or T1 here. And I'm curious to see what Foot does, because they look good at Tokyo. It's just a matter of whether or not they were able to clean up those things leading into champions. And an FPX, unknown commodity for myself personally, so I'm curious to see what they do.
Yeah, it'll be FPX's second shot internationally after making it to lock-in. But for the only team that it will be their first international event is Billy in Group C there. You have Zeta, who also, after having a really tough year, makes it through the LCQ too. So I think Energy Fnatic, the clear favorites in that group, could be interesting with those 2 Asian squads coming in as well. Overall, man, I mean,
This
I'm
looks
just
good.
excited for this
Stacked.
event.
Excited.
So stacked.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. You honestly couldn't have asked for a better a group of teams that, you know, to be collected here for Champs LA. And really, I think if Tokyo is any indication, heck, if this LCQ is any indication, that you look at this and we could honestly have a final that's BLG and Foot. At this point, that's kind of where the
You never know.
we never know, man.
It's a really similar group that EG had in Tokyo, right? Who was in their group? It was Foot. Was it T1?
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
This
actually,
group
yeah.
is super
That sounds
similar
right.
to their Tokyo group.
Oh, well, hate to see that one.
You know,
gonna
the
run it
one
back.
thing I think this is the first time we've ever had an international event where NRG and Loud have avoided each other in the group stage.
True.
So great work on the draw.
We did it.
We finally did it.
We
guys.
heckin' did it. We heckin' did it.
Did you see how